Hey guys, Victoria here, and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. Today we're going to be doing a non-spoiler review for the movie Justice League. I have on my Wonder Woman shirt. Woo! Okay, so before we get started on this awesome movie review, I do have some house cleaning to do in terms of TV shows that I am going to try to recap for the channel. For those of you who do watch The Flash and you've just experienced the amazing 4-night crossover with Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and Supergirl, then you're kind of wondering, where are those videos for me? Or at least in terms of where are the Flash videos? I really didn't want to get any spoilers from the other shows because I'm not caught up on all 4 of them in the same place. But one of my really good friends did convince me to just go ahead and watch the recent episode of The Flash because there's something that happens that I'm really looking forward to. And spoilers from the other shows are inevitable because all of these characters mix and mingle, which is a really awesome experience if you haven't seen last year's 4-night crossover. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and watch those episodes and you'll have those recaps coming to you very soon for The Flash. And I did just talk to another friend of mine about American Horror Story, which, as you know, that did wrap a couple of weeks ago. And she agreed to do a kind of top 10 moments of the season with me. And I'm really excited to have someone on the channel. I'm excited for you guys to get to meet her. We've been friends for many, many years, and she's a big American Horror Story fan. And I even think we're going to rank American Horror Story Cult amongst the other seasons, which it'll be interesting to see what seasons she thinks are the best ones. So look forward to the Flash recap, a big one, and then go ahead and look forward to a season recap of American Horror Story Cult. Anyways, let's get back to the Justice League non-spoiler review. I'm one of those people where if I go see a movie and it's kind of being matched up against something that already exists, I try to leave whatever it is people are comparing it to behind, so that way I can give the movie that I'm going to see in the moment its fair chance at whatever it's trying to do, right? I don't know, I feel like that's the fair thing to do with movies like these, like superhero films. So with Justice League, I wasn't going in comparing it to the Avengers, being like, yeah, the Avengers was this, and this. Like, no, that wasn't what I was trying to do at all. I wanted to go in and have DC be this separate, also awesome thing. Or if I said DC, I wanted to go in and have Justice League be this separate and awesome thing. I was able to truly respect their style of team or team ups, and I can definitely say that I did enjoy the movie. Now, there are some things that I think could have been amplified, or some things I think could have been applied to the plot and the characters as a whole, but overall I think the movie was really awesome. And yeah, so let's go ahead and break down some of the things that I thought. Now, we know a lot of things happened during the filming of this movie. The number one thing being Zack Snyder losing his daughter. Joss Whedon had to jump in and kind of take on the creative toll of finishing Justice League. And one of the things that I did worry about before I went to go see it is, am I going to be able to distinctively see these two separate directors' styles? You know, am I going to be able to see, oh yeah, that's definitely Joss, or oh yeah, that's very much Snyder. You know what I mean? I was wondering if I would be able to see that, and overall, I don't think it was extremely obvious that there were two different hands on this plate, but I do think there are some elements that you can tell came from each director, which I don't really have a problem with that. It just shows like this cool sense of collaboration in my mind. So I know some people, they were very bothered by the differences, but I mean, you had your humor from Whedon, and then you had your nice dark DC-ness from Snyder, and I was okay with that. It gave the movie a decent balance, which, you know, I always live for Alfred making some very, very shady jokes. Very, very shady jokes. Like, how can you not have that in a Batman movie or any movie where Batman is involved, right? One thing that I do wish there was more of is the kind of in-team banter, and not necessarily like the nice banter that went on between Barry Allen and Aquaman, or Barry Allen and Cyborg. You know, I wish there was more kind of inner team conflict. When these new people meet each other, they're all very, very different. You know, I imagine that there would have been more problems and disagreements on certain things. Now, does the movie feel rushed to me? Not really. I feel it doesn't, like, if I never knew that, you know, the things that happen with the release date being pushed forward and things like that, and, you know, director changes and all those kind of things, I don't think I would feel a sense of the movie being rushed, but I did feel a sense of, like I mentioned earlier, oh, well, maybe they just cut X amount of this happening with these characters, or maybe they just decided to not film this kind of scene. So I felt my brain went more in that kind of direction versus, oh yeah, this movie was just quickly thrown out, which, you know, everyone has their opinion on that. But, you know, I didn't feel a sense of this movie is incomplete, but more so, oh, this movie could have been a little better had they added this or that. All of the characters and the actors, I feel like they did a really great job casting these people into these iconic superhero roles, because everyone made a big deal about it when Ben Affleck got cast, because a lot of people were super into Christian Bale, which I really did like Christian Bale, so I was a little hesitant about Ben Affleck, though I know Ben Affleck is a really good actor. But, you know, he won a lot of us over in Batman vs. Superman, and a lot of us can't wait to see his solo movie. And then, I feel Gal Gadot was just a perfect choice for Wonder Woman. She was just perfect. I do have some friends that disagree, but, you know, to each their own. But I feel like she was a great casting choice, and her and Ben Affleck delivered really awesome performances in Justice League. Now, the three characters I do really want to focus on that brought a different vibe to the Justice League team are Jason Momoa, who played Aquaman, sorry, I'm just remembering all my names, Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg, and Ezra Miller, who played Barry Allen, the Flash, right? So these three guys have a very, very different, first of all of these actors are just different in themselves. And so what they were able to bring to these characters was different. But these three guys stand out because they kind of bring that humor to the movie that Batman and Wonder Woman wouldn't have brought otherwise if it was just them two. I really, really love Jason Momoa's portrayal of Aquaman. He was unique, he was fresh, he was exciting, he was hot. Like, you had all of these great things about Aquaman that most people wouldn't associate with him. In terms of Cyborg, Ray Fisher did a really great job. I do wish, which I'm gonna say this, I do wish they would have developed Cyborg a little more, because he was a part of the team and he was getting to know everyone and he was kind of opening up, but I feel he was just kind of there to just open things for them, if that makes sense. I do wish he would have played a bigger part, because I don't know, I like Cyborg and I do wish we could have saw more from him. So I'll definitely say that was one of the smaller disappointing things to me, but Ray Fisher did a really great job with the character and with the material he was given, so maybe we'll get more from him next time. But there is a nice little Easter egg in there for all of you Teen Titan fans, so keep an eye out if you have not seen the movie yet. Now, Ezra Miller as the Flash, Barry Allen, I was definitely one of those people that wanted Grant Gustin to play this Barry Allen as well, but as we know, they felt, everyone involved felt that if they pulled these TV actors to these films, they wouldn't have like a fresh look, and they really wanted to have some fresh faces that haven't been involved in the superhero universe at all. So of course they went with Ezra Miller, which Ezra Miller did grow on me. I love him as an actor, but I was a little hesitant about him as Barry Allen, but he won me over. So if you're hesitant yourself, take comfort in the fact that he will make you laugh, he will make you smile, and he'll surprise you in ways you didn't think he could. I also want to talk about Henry's new portrayal of Superman. I think this is the best portrayal of Superman since he first started. I really love the light humor to the Superman, because some of the things I think you get with some of the actors who have portrayed him in the past, is you either get them being extremely too serious, which I'll admit, Henry was definitely doing that in the beginning when he first started portraying Superman. But you know, Superman also has this like flirty charm, and when he's Clark, he's not super serious and stone faced. And even Superman has his moments when he's very chill and he might crack a joke or two, and I feel Henry really nailed that in this movie with Superman's return. So the last thing I want to talk about before I wrap up this non-spoiler review is about the villain Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf is one of those DC villains that he's not as well known as the Joker or Lex Luthor or anyone like that, but he's still a very intense foe that the Justice League constantly has to keep an eye on. Steppenwolf was played by Karen Hines, and if you're thinking you've never seen this awesome Irish actor in anything, think again. I feel his portrayal of Steppenwolf, I don't know, I really liked it. However, I feel the way Steppenwolf was written in this, if that makes sense, the way he was written he was kind of empty. You know, and not all villains need this great, amazing reason for why they're doing what they're doing, but I do wish that there would have been more to Steppenwolf. He was just this very strong guy who could just do whatever he wanted. Justice League was fun, it was delightful, it was also dark. They really are getting into that groove where they're learning how to perfectly portray DC's darkness, and without leaving out that light that we get from people like Barry Allen, and then just a little bit from Superman, you know? So they're really starting to learn what works for them. So the age-old question, should you go see Justice League? Yes, I think you should go see Justice League. It is worth your money. It's a good time with a friend or a date or a family member. It's a nice movie that you can watch with just about anyone. It's fun. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you kind of think about what you care about. And come on, it's the first team up in the DC extended universe. It's the first Justice League movie. How can you miss out on that? You've got Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, Jason Momoa, and I'm like slowing down on names because I'm scared I'm going to mess up. Like, you've got everyone all together, you've got all these excellent actors, and you have a script that Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon worked really hard on, and I don't know, I think it's worth seeing. And what do I give Justice League? 3 out of 5 geeks. If you like this Justice League non-spoiler review, leave me a like rating down below and leave me a comment. Who is your favorite Justice League character in the movie? And if you haven't seen the movie yet, what do you look forward to the most? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.